That's a bit incidental. Thank you. Now, this trick is one that I like to do with the jokers, because in this trick the values don't matter. It's the backs that matter, and the backs are all blue. You see, I've turned the middle joker over, but it has a blue back too. Now, the turned over card in the middle is very important, because any card turned over in that position has an effect on the others. And suppose I take one with a red back and I put it turned over in the middle. The backs of the others change to match. It's just the effect of the turned over joker in the middle, this one. Unfortunately, that trick goes on so long, I won't have time to do it. But instead, I could show you a trick in which I take one with a green back and I put it turned over in the middle, and the backs of the others change to match. But that trick's over so quickly, it's hardly worth doing. I used to do a trick in which I took a joker with a flower on the back and I put it turned over in the middle. But that trick's so easy, I no longer get any satisfaction out of doing it. Much better is the trick in which I take a joker that has a bicycle on the back and I put it turned over in the middle, and the backs of the others change to match. But that trick's so difficult, I can't do it. I'm often asked the trick in which I take a joker that has a banjo on the back and I put it turned over in the middle, and the backs of the others change to match. But nowadays everybody knows how that trick's done. More exclusive is the trick in which I take a joker that has an elephant on the back and I put it turned over in the middle, and the backs of the others change to match. But that trick's so exclusive I don't know how it's done. An excellent trick is the one in which I take a joker that has a dazzle pattern back and I put it turned over in the middle, and the backs of the others change to match. But like many excellent things, that trick's old. So now I'm going to show you a completely new trick in which I take a joker that has a joker on the back. And I put it turned over in the middle, and not just the backs this time, but the faces of all of the other cards change to match. Now, the explanation, the hardest part of this trick, honestly, is getting together all the double back and double faced cards you need. So I'll go through these. The starting pack. You have one double back, blue and red. Of course, you can change the colours to suit yourselves, but it will make the explanation easier if I talk about the colours that I've actually got. So blue and red, and then a blue and blue. And they're in that order. Beneath them, two double-face jokers. Right, they're your starters. The cards that are going to go into your upper pocket. You've got a red matching this card that was over here. Red double back with green, and then green double back with flower. Flower double back with a bicycle. Bicycle double-backed with a banjo, banjo double-backed with an elephant, elephant double-backed with the dazzle pattern. And you can keep this up for as long as you want. I have my idea of doing this trick perhaps at a convention. I've only been put off doing this by the effort of making the double-backers, but of having this great big enormous pile of cards on one side of the table and doing it as a sort of convention-long shaggy dog trick continuously through. It's self-replicating. You don't have to decide when to stop. You can do it as few times or as many as you like. When you come to the end, and my dazzle card is the last one, then that is one of the cards that doesn't have to be double-backed. So you've got dazzle and true joker. After that, you've got two more double-faced jokers lightly waxed together. There we are. There's the packet in the pocket. I tried to have a quick check to make sure the bicycle and the elephant will come out the right way up. Okay, now you're ready to go. So, you talk about the trick you're going to do with jokers, because the values don't matter, it's the backs that matter, and the backs are all blue, and you do the ever-change count. And you turn over perfectly genuinely to show again ever change, that the turned round joker has a blue back too. Take it out, underneath, sliding that card back so that it doesn't flash, and put it on the table. Now you take the first of your stack in your pocket. Buckle, this is how I do it, I buckle the bottom card to allow this card to be placed in cleanly. Square up, keeping a break, and now you combine a turnover that is secret with a turnover that is visible. In slow motion, in fast motion from below, like that. So now, you've got the red backs, ever change count, and all the backs appear to be red. In fact, you've only got 2 reds, but they're showing up each time. Now you do something that is not quite logical. So the very first time through, I delay it a bit. You take out the joker, once more sliding back the card beneath so that it won't flash. You put it on the face. What you're going to do is to turn over and take off the top card and lay it down. So that's the point at which I delay and say, unfortunately, that trick goes on so long. I'm not going to have time to do it today. You're still working at quite a slower pace, and while you're taking that, you turn them back and place that card back. Then the space after that, they're used to the general move, and the pace is increasing anyway. They're not going to worry about that. So then, whatever pattern you choose, take the next card, which in my case is the green one, you turn these face up each time, and each time you just buckle, put the card in, square up, turn over, ever change. Take it out, on the face, place it down. Turn these over as you take out the flower. I'll have to go through this, but I'll speed up, because there's nothing novel in any of these you're doing until you come to the very end. Are there any worries about any of these moves?
Looks fine.
Come to the banjo. It does help if you always work with the same card so that you can name the cards, the backs, without actually having to look down at them in order to check. Elephant. And after the elephant, I've got the dazzle card. And the last one in the sequence, if you wish, you can flash, but it's not worth the effort. Precisely the same moves. And there it goes down. Now, the very end, now you do change things. And for those who've read it in the book, I've been changing handlings over the years, so this is slightly different. I leave these cards face down, the back is showing. Take out the double card, the 2 wax together, flip it over to show and pause, then separate, push. And now turn all of these over together, they can be spread, and put this card genuinely in the middle. As you square up, take a break beneath it and push forward. So I've got 2 cards under the offset, 3 cards above the offset. Turn over, take the cards above the offset, turn over, put down. Twist over the ones in the left hand, turn over, put down. You don't have to do it exactly like that, but I think it gives a flow and it looks very convincing that you have shown everything. And that is that.